Without knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who is beckoning me into the hallway and down the stairs. We descend even below the lobby where I met Mutao, down to the bottom floor. Whoa, hold it. This is not the disabled cafeteria, this is the ghost cafeteria, right? Where is everybody? I can hear you, I can't see you. They're all invisible. And they seem to be talking in English. Shouldn't that be Japanese? Alright, sorry. Got problems getting into character. Just like everything in this school, the cafeteria seems too spacious and oddly modern in contrast to the classic exterior. Its big windows open to the courtyard towards the main gate. It's the cafeteria! Really, Misha? I would have never guessed. Her enthusiastic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare, but Misha doesn't seem to care, so we proceed to the line. There's a rather long list of menu options, which seems great, until I realize that many of them are to accommodate students who need special diets. How nice. It almost feels like I'm back at the hospital, eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of the patients. Oh, come on, get over it! Really, all he can do is complain. Stop whining, man! I really got problems getting into character, especially today, because I'm so much myself today. It's been a long, hard day, and I had to be myself for quite some time. And this is just so... come on, you went through that gate. You decided for yourself, although it's wrong, of course, that this is the point of no return. And now you're whining, and you're not grabbing the opportunity. Come on, get a grip on yourself. I pick something at random and follow Shizune to a table, sitting opposite of her. As I nibble indifferently at the food I'd rather not eat, Misha pokes me in the side to get my attention and points to Shizune. Sign language! I don't understand signs, so the point escapes me. Maybe looking at a person who talks to you is proper and polite? Is that a trick question? Of course it is! Do you want to know something? What? About anything! We're your guides, so you should ask if there's something. Oh, choices. Cool. I like Misha, and from what I understand of this game, novel, let's play experience, of course, he gets the chance to meet and befriend quite a few girls and maybe go a little further, otherwise there wouldn't be the hint of adult content being around. I think he would get along great with Misha. I think Misha would be an interesting choice, but because they're rather antagonistic without being really opposites, they could complement each other, because she is kind of like the wild volcano erupting and bubbling and not really... It's not that she doesn't care what that does to her surroundings, she just simply doesn't notice. I think that's challenging, especially for a rather shy and down-to-earth person who is insecure and thinks a lot before he does something, and takes a look at his chances, and doesn't really like to take risks. But of course, it would be tough trying to start something like a friendship. Well, you could start a friendship with these two, because actually there's some sort of unit. But, of course, if you get beyond that point and into a relationship with, for example, Misha, I mean, it would be great fun. Well, it would be for me, I guess, because I like people like that, but I don't know about Hisao, maybe. But, I mean, actually, it's great fun. Just imagine you go on a shopping trip with a person like that. Yeah. But the problem is, they are. I think Shizune that would be not Hisao's bag of tea, because she's so cool and analytical, and I think she can be quite bossy. And if you get into, like, closer to Misha, you would obviously disrupt this unit. She would see you as a competitor for well, not only friend, I guess you could call them friends, but it's her voice. Misha is Shizune's voice. She's her method of communicating with the outside world. And if you get into that... Sorry, I'm rambling. It's terrible. You're here to enjoy the story, and what am I doing? Sorry. Ask about Shizune's deafness. I would do that straight up, but Hisao, no chance. I think I got everything I need to know. Oh, he might. But no, I think that's too shy for him. I mean, because it's obviously not true, of course. Library. He said himself he's actually kind of addicted to books. So this would be the opportunity. Library. Ask about the library. Oh yeah, is there a library in the school? Lately I've gotten into reading a lot, so I'd like to check it out. Misha gives the kind of frown that makes it clear she doesn't consider reading a healthy hobby, but then picks up her smile again. I wonder what Misha actually believes a healthy hobby would look like. I don't know. Hockey? There is! It's in the second floor! We can show it to you sometime! Thanks. I return to my food while the girls talk between themselves. Misha and Shizune sign back and forth very animatedly, throwing sideways glances at me, but Misha refrains from translating. Maybe they're talking about secret girl stuff or something? Yeah, of course. They're talking about you, you numbskull. Silent? No, it's not. It's just silence. I quickly notice a conversation in sign is not enough to fill a silence. We arrive in the classroom early, but we're not the first. The dark-haired girl I noticed before is slumped over her desk at the last row. Oop. She jumps a little when Misha crashes into the room with the elegance of a rhino. I'm not gonna get into character today. I don't think so. It's been a tough day. She shrinks deeper into her seat. I can feel her tension all the way from here, as if she were slowly turning into stone just from our presence. Misha and Shizune either don't notice or don't mind it, as they walk directly past her to their seats and begin to converse. Sign language again. I'm left wondering about her, even when the classroom slowly fills with other students and finally the teacher. Getting into the rhythm of school feels strange, as if my brain remembers how this is done, but my body doesn't. Towards the end of the class, I start yawning and counting the minutes left. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. Maybe it's the long time spent in the hospital that made me like this. I'm even feeling physically weak and lifeless. Before long, the final bell rings, and this time it is only 1. School is finally over for the day. Beside me, Misha and Shizune are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me. No, they both turn to me. Sign language. Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Hichan. We've got to hurry up. Oh, now I get it. Oh. Of course, his first name is Hisao. And Chan. Alright. He and Chan. Sometimes I really... Slower than a snail. We've got to hurry already, since there's a lot of work for us to do. What are you working on? Sign language! You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it. Wait. The teacher said I'd have to see the nurse. Where do I have to go? Is that so? We can at least show you that much. Come on, the nurses have their own building, so we have to go outside. We join the flow of students making their way down the stairwell and outside, with the girls pointing out other senior classrooms in the same hallway as ours. When we get outside, the girls make their way to the smaller building right next to the school. So I guess this is the main building, and this is the smaller building? But that's one building. Actually, it's connected. It's built in the same style, so it looks like it's actually a part of the main building. It is a part of the main building! Alright, okay. Sign language! This is the auxiliary building here. There's a lot of official and important stuff inside, like the Yamaku Foundation office, and all the nurses' offices. They even have a swimming pool. Wow. How is that official? Sign language. Don't be silly, Hichan. It's for physical therapy, of course. Anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in there too. The head nurse's office is on the first floor. You'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow. Yeah, thanks. Bye. Take some Prozac, man. A whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with it. Oh, sorry. It's not me reading. It's me reading. It's me. It's not you. Shut up, Pike. Damn it. A whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with the actual education? I guess it's necessary for a place like this. I walk in hoping that this really will be only a quick visit like the teacher said. On a white door on the left is a green cross with the text Head Nurse and a nameplate. What is written on the nameplate? I gotta talk to the guy or gal right now. I want to know her name. A voice from the inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. It sounded a bit like an invitation to open the door, so I invite myself further in. The room is not large and it smells strange. A friendly-looking man turns around on his office chair to face me as I enter. His desk is neat and tidy, but the bin under the table is overflowing with used medical utensils, and there are at least a dozen coffee cup rings lingering on the desk. just like my desk here. There's that. Hello there. What can I do for you today? He's young looking and sort of rugged, but the dimples on his cheeks wash that impression away when he smiles. Are you the nurse? He smiles like a person who has heard this very same question hundreds of times. Why, yes, I am. It says so on the door, no? You can call me by my name or just the nurse, like everyone else. Of course. I shake off my confusion, realizing I probably should grab his extended hand. His handshake is rather firm and friendly. Right. I'm a new student and my homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is Hisao Nakai. Do. His eyes light up with revelation and he snaps his fingers. Oh, you're that Nakai. I was just reading your file in the morning. Some kind of chronic arrhythmia and related congenital heart muscle deficiency, right? He gestures me to sit down in a vacant armchair in front of his desk. Yes. Good. Well, you've probably been briefed about the school enough, so I'll just go over this quickly. We have all kinds of facilities available, mostly physical therapy and such. There's always someone from my staff around, even at night, so never hesitate to call us if there is a problem. The famous 24-hour nursing staff. Wow, this is like a hospital. Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery. Well, there are not very many hospitals who actually do that, but it's a good joke, actually. His joke feels so out of place that I'm left thinking why he even said it. Oh, could you shut up? Can't take a joke. Yeah, just that it's really weird to have so many medical people at a school. You'll get used to it. I'm not so sure of that myself, but I don't let the nurse know it. Now, let me just find your file again. While he searches for something from his computer and shuffles stacks of papers around, I let my gaze wander around the room. It's the epitome of generic, I'd like to say. Beige walls and ceiling, dark grey laminate flooring, and all the equipment you'd expect from a school nurse's office. Even the ridiculous educational posters are hanging on all four walls, reminding me to eat properly, 3 times a day, and from all the food groups. Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from a stack of similarly thick files and opens it. So, you already have medication for the arrhythmia, just remember to take your pills every morning and evening, or it won't be much help. Apart from that, do you do any sports? Rash stuff like, I don't know, boxing? He grins to his own joke, but I don't. Well, I played soccer occasionally with some classmates. Alright, I'm afraid I'm going to have to recommend you refrain from doing that, at least for the time being. Oh. My lack of reaction makes him raise an eyebrow, but really I'm not too bothered by him forbidding me to kick a ball around. What? We're talking about football here. It's the... Can you believe this? I need to roleplay this guy, and he doesn't like football. Really? Alright. Get a grip on yourself. Can't work like this. I'm in my trailer. I guess I never did it out of burning passion for the sport, just to have something to do. Any kind of concussion might be very dangerous to your heart, and risking another attack is not a good idea. Was the previous one caused by a sudden concussion to the chest area? There's no mention of the cause in your papers. Not exactly. It was a rendezvous. I sidestep the question acceptably, and he glances at me over his papers with a more serious expression on his face. Still, you need to keep your body healthy, so some exercise would do you good. We have physical therapy and such available, as I said, but I don't think you really need such heavy measures. Just get some light exercise regularly. Brisk walks, or even light jogging, jumping rope, that sort of thing. Swimming, maybe. There's a pool here. So I was told. You were? Very good. At any rate, and I'm sure you've been told this before, you just need to take care not to overexert yourself. He wags his finger to emphasize the point. No need, really. I've heard this 1,000 times already. Absolutely no unnecessary risks. Take care of yourself. Okay. He goes over my papers one more time and sets them on the desk, obviously content. Good, that's it then. Come meet me if you ever need something. I'm ushered out before I even realize it. A quick visit indeed. I end up standing in front of the main building and the auxiliary building, although to my eyes they still look one and the same. I said so. It's the first real look I get at the other students, so I watch people coming out of the school, going towards the gate or the dorms. Everyone seems to know where they're going. And I still keep thinking that most of them don't look too special for being students at a special school. Then again, neither do I. Does that make me one of them? One of us? I should go somewhere too to prevent me from getting lost. It's around dinner time, but I feel tired instead of hungry. The weariness in me only grows as I trudge towards the dorms, set a little way apart from the main building complex. There's a garden of sorts between the school and the dorms, shrubbery, flowers, and that overbearing smell of fresh-cut grass that fills the atmosphere. It dawns on my tired mind that the smell feels novel because I haven't been outside at all for so long. The dorm building is big and made of red brick. Like the others, it feels way too pompous for what it is, so I push forward, going inside. Alright. We're inside. See you in the next video.